These are the folks that can talk to a wall. What's going on in the world? It's your girl Emmy here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my bedroom. And welcome back to another episode of me. I feel like it's been a while since I posted anything, so sorry if you've been waiting. I don't know. I do have a little bit of something in my throat, so bear with me today. Today we'll be doing the Mars series. Yeah, I just have Mars and Mercury left. I know a lot of my videos have been on astrology, but if you have any ideas of content that you want to see me make, just comment down below, because I would like to know what you would like to see. Before I go any further, you know what to do. If you're feeling the vibes, you're gonna hit that what? You're gonna hit that subscribe, because it validates me and lets me know that you like me. So anyway, let's get started. So let's kind of talk about what Mars represents in astrology. Mars is the planet of action. So Mars in your personal chart, it kind of highlights, it highlights your drive, your personal determination. It mainly, your stamina, your ego, that instinctual side of you. Mars is an action planet, being that it's the god of war. It's really focused on how you go about things, how you go about getting things, and even your own personal energy and demeanor. It does have something to do with sexual energy and like attraction, but more of like how you act in love or what you are attracted to, since it is that energy element. It does have a lot to do with your own personal power and like confidence and self-expression. Let's start by going into this video. We're talking about Gemini Mars, which is also my Mars, so maybe that's why my energy just went up. Yeah, let's just get right into it, shall we? So sorry if there's a lot of noise and you can hear it. Gemini Mars. Gemini Mars is, they're very charming, charismatic people. When you meet them, they're very friendly and they're very talkative people. These are the folks that can talk to a wall, like I am talking to my wall. Well, the camera's in front of the wall, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. They love to interact with people. They love to talk to people that are different from you. These are very communicative people. They require mental stimulation. Probably talk a lot or just share your random thoughts that pop into your head, sharing all those ideas. You just think out loud. You're a thinker out louder. At the same time, you are a very curious person. You might spend your free time looking up things, just on the Google. You like to also show off or share what you know with other people. But you are a very intellectual person. Even though you are a very social person, you are a very intellectual person, but people might not always see that or pick that up when they meet you or know you. If you're watching this and you're someone that's into a Gemini Mars, just show interest in what their interests are, and ask follow-up questions. They love that. They like to try different things. They're very curious people. Like I said, mental stimulation is important for them. They have the gift of gab. They're quick thinkers or like talkers. They're pretty independent people in the way that they want to live life their way, if that makes sense. Live life their way. They may like to explore and things like that, just do things by themselves. They are a big fan of banter. They love to flirt. They're very flirty people. They love somebody that is witty or that can be witty back. That will definitely like spark their interest, because it's like mental stimulation, being quick on your words and like subtle with it type of thing. They're good banter, little Love Island type moment. They need variety. They don't like routine. They will probably go out of their way to switch things up from their routine because they like spontaneity. But I think this can also, the negative side of this is that they can also be very restless, or just like they're good at multitasking, but you might also like over multitask. Like you could probably pull off doing 3 things at once, not 6. Another thing is Gemini Mars, you're the jack of all trades, master of none. So you like to put your hands in a bunch of different pots, learn about a bunch of different things, but you don't really master anything, if that makes sense. If you're into somebody that's a Gemini Mars, you don't want to put everything on the table. They don't like when you do too much. They need a little bit of mystery. They want to be curious or intrigued by you. So not putting all your cards on the table will actually benefit you with them, just because I don't want to say they're detached, but they're just very like, they want to do what they want, and commitment folks. So I guess if you do too much too fast, or like even something like if you're just like, I'm really into you and I want you to know it, it might make their fear of commitment flighty. And these are folks that like to keep things light and fun, okay? I'm not saying you can never, you know, show your commitment, but just not in the beginning. Sorry, it is what it is. But they do need mental connection when it comes to a partner. They get stimulated that way. They like to know that they can talk to you, have someone they can talk to. They want someone that can be flirty and crack a joke with them. They like to debate, somebody that will, you know, debate with them or listen to them, have follow-up questions. Another thing is that they can also be hurtful with their words, especially when they're upset. So that might be something like work on yourself, is like, you know, when you get upset, kind of dialing back, because your words hurt a lot more than you think they do. These are folks that can separate love and sex. You might be seen as a player or a big flirt, or you may have multiple partners. You may have a bunch of or like when you look at your track record, it could be all over the place. You know, it could be, you may even be polyamorous or not heterosexual, just because you're based off like mental connection and you get curious based off people. So that curiosity could lead you into polyamory or into something that isn't like heteronormative, if that makes sense. Yeah, your partners can differ from each other because of that mental connection that you build is more important than anything else, you know. I mean, that does depend on, you know, your Venus and your moon and whatnot, but for the most part, mental stimulation can come from in any form from anybody. They are a talker, so it's something that they do enjoy sexually is, you know, like dirty talk, or sometimes I think they like the idea of being sexual more than like being sexual, if that makes sense. So like the build up, the foreplay, things like that. Those are things that they really enjoy in a sexual sense. But yeah, I think just make them curious about you if you're interested in them. I don't know where I was going with that. You like to talk people's ear off, but you may also have a hard time listening to other people, especially other people's opinions, because you're just like preparing what you want to say next. I think some cons for Gemini Mars is being scatterbrained, over multitasking, or like over delivering. You do get bored fast, so like keeping yourself entertained, which I don't think you really have a problem doing, but like you will get bored of doing something fast or quickly. Short attention span is also a trait that would come with a Gemini Mars. Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, so Virgo, we all know, can have really bad anxiety, but so can Gemini. Gemini is just a bit more smoother at hiding it, at least it can be, but they're very anxious and they are very critical over themselves. You might even be the type that like talks a lot more by like you overcompensate when you feel nervous by just like running your mouth, if that makes sense. But yeah, you are always in your head. You're very observant of other people, and I would say that you're harder on yourself than you are with anybody else. Yeah, I think just, you know, keeping yourself occupied, trying to learn new things. You like learning new things, so maybe, you know, always rotating different hobbies, or trying to stick with a hobby if there's really something that you're interested in. Those are ways that could probably help you from getting too anxious. They have a hard time committing or staying consistent with people or things. Maybe communicating when you want space or to slow things down versus just being flighty. That could be something. Yeah, I think that's really all that I have for Gemini Mars. I just want to say, like, yeah, you're really smart, but other people are smart too. So don't be afraid to listen to what other people have to say, because you can learn from other people as well. But yeah, that's everything that I have for Gemini Mars. Thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. I think it's going to be on Cancer, and I just want to say thank you for being here and supporting me and watching this video. It supports me whether you realize it or not, so I want to say thank you. Don't forget to comment down below if this resonated with you. If it didn't, if I forgot anything, let me know, and I'll see you later. Bye.